What is going on, friends and family of YouTube? I had a long day yesterday. It was Saturday. Me and my wonderful wife decided to go to Drumheller and check out the dynos. That's always nice to do every couple of years. But on the way, I found something on our local classifieds listing, and I'm pretty excited. I'm actually really excited. As you know, I have been going through boost gauges in the STi like no man's business. And it's quite annoying, to be honest with y'all. I got that Gretty gauge in there now, and a couple of friends of mine who own shops were like, that's not gonna last. And the optimism in my mind was like, no, it'll last. You know, I'll probably at least get a year out of it if you're having all these problems with them. And sure enough, this one didn't last 3 months. So there is actually something wrong with this series of Gretty gauges, I guess. I'm unaware of it. I purchased one thinking it would be all good and dandy, and it turns out people know better than me. But that is common. So with that being said, I purchased something really rare and something I've been looking for quite some time now. So I'm going to show you guys here. Just let me prop up my handy dandy camera. 2 seconds. All right, there we go. So I got an OEM Lamco boost gauge. So this, as you can tell, props right on top of the steering column, plastics. And the guy even gave me the little screws and everything with it. So that's kind of cool. But I'm going to take this one apart. I'm going to try to use this one. And it came off a left-hand drive bug eye. But what I have to do is I'm just going to have to extend these wires. And this is a plug-and-play system that plugs into the cigarette lighter. So how cool is that? And this is OEM stuff. Like, this came with Subarus. And I'll put a screenshot up here to show you how much they're going for on eBay. They're like 600 bucks, and it doesn't even come with this, I don't think, or this. So I lucked out majorly. This was 100 bucks, but the guy wanted something delivered from Edmonton, so I ended up getting it for $70, guys. $70 for this thing. So I'm gonna rip out the Gretty gauge in there right now and try to put this thing in. I don't think it's obviously not going to be hard. I'm just trying to see how this thing is held together, because it only looks to me like there's one screw hole here. I don't even know if this will fit, because this came off a left-hand drive. So maybe only the top will fit, because there's like a notch here. I don't know, but we'll find out. Worst case scenario, I just take this one off and I put it on mine right here. So yeah, I'm super stoked, super excited. These things are supposed to work phenomenally. I just love how OEM they are, OEM looking. It's a mechanical gauge, which is great. Ultimately, the Defi that was in the STi, which was working good, is going to be going into the Forester. So yeah, I'm going to take the Gretty gauge out and put this one in. Very simple setup. I'm just going to use the existing back line that's through the firewall and plug and play the harness into the cigarette lighter after I extend the wires, if I have to, because I don't know if I have to move that yet. But stay tuned and see what she looks like. Guys, I got the bottom piece off. So maybe some of you know this, but you just got to go to the back of this thing and pry it from the back to get these notches by my thumb detached. So you just pull down gently, and it should come undone, and then everything else should kind of unhook. And that is filthy in there, so I'll be grabbing the vacuum before putting it back together. All right, so you kind of have to take the speedometer out and the surround, because this doesn't come out very nice. At least I had to. And I put all this back together using the left-hand drive column cover, and it didn't work. It It goes on the top, but it doesn't buckle into the factory column very nice. So, and it doesn't fit nice. I'm sure you can make it work, but I'm the kind of guy that wants everything factory. The steering wheel was catching it. It just wasn't sitting right. So I ultimately took it off. I drilled holes into my factory one to hold the gauge, and it fits perfect. So the right-hand drives and left-hand drive columns are very, very close, but they are different. And this was a major pain in my neck. I never want to install this thing again. Just the angle you have to get at to screw this in, and you come very close to breaking tabs. It was brutal, but hopefully it's worth it. Hopefully everything works. So I'm gonna button everything up here. So here's the main reason why I couldn't use the left-hand drive. The screw hole is off to the side, whereas this one's in the center. So I had to take everything apart because that was loose. The bottom piece was loose, and that is the piece that basically holds everything together nicely. If I put it in the way it did, it would probably just rattle a lot and catch the steering wheel, which it was doing. So that's why I had to use the right-hand drive specific piece. All right, guys, moment of truth. I mean, it should work. It's mechanical. Oh, there she is. Awesome. So that took way longer than I anticipated. It's one of those things you tell the wife it's gonna be an hour and it's 2.5, just for fitment issues, really. So yeah, the connector it came with for power, I snipped because I couldn't find the proper plug for it, and I just tied into the cigarette lighter down here. I think the bulb is burnt out in this thing because there is power. I did test it, but yeah, I tied into the light here to the power and ground, but there is supposedly there's a plug behind the stereo that I didn't get to. I still have it, so maybe I'll fix it later. I did keep the little socket for the light bulb down there, but there you have it, guys. Now I just gotta rub this stuff off and go wash the car and test out the gauge. But that's all I have for you today. I hope you guys somewhat enjoyed the video and know what you're getting into if you want to install one of these, especially if it's from a left-hand drive car. You're gonna have to use your existing column cover here and modify it a bit for it to fit. So just FYI, and it's simple, but it's hard in the fact that you have to fit everything in. There is an order of operations, so to speak. You'll see when you get to it. Obviously this has to come out, and the gauge cluster has to come out to help get that out. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. All right, peace everyone.